Hey, what's up YouTube? Here's David DBEE. Welcome back again to yet another video. Welcome to a reaction video this time. I'm going to be reacting to the top 10 upcoming games of 2025 you can't ignore. This is more a video of actually me kind of exploring and seeing what's coming out there in a sense, and seeing if there's anything I'm going to be interested in if they came out or they're going to come out. Potentially for a new Let's Play channel, for a new Let's Play on the channel. Just so you guys can see, that is the title of the video if you want to check it out, and like you see in the bottom right, that's the name of the channel that I'm reacting to. I'm expecting this video to get copyrighted, but that's not the purpose of the video. I'm here just to, again, explore the see what games are coming out, watch a list, and see if anything is exciting, and might as well take you guys on a journey, and hopefully you guys this way just learn a bit more about myself in a sense, and you guys will see what type of games I will be looking forward, or I will potentially get and play when they come out. So without further ado, I think we can start.
A lineup packed with highly anticipated releases from major studios and indie developers alike. With so much on the horizon, it's hard to...
Also, just in general, just watching new games come out is interesting, because I've never actually, growing up, watched trailers or things of video games. I'm going to be honest with you guys, but now I'm definitely keeping a lot more up to date with games that I'm definitely interested in, and like leaks or whatever, so...
Not to feel a sense of excitement.
Let's see how this goes.
Even though 2024 was not a bad year for gaming. As we step into the brand new year, now is the
that looks
time
cool.
to take a closer look at what's coming. In this video, we'll explore some of the most talked about titles set to release this year and highlight why they've caught our attention. Starting off our list, we have Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2, which is the highly anticipated sequel to the original Kingdom.
I think this game's already out. I've seen it, and it's not meant to be as good as the first one. I never played these games. I think this would be a type of game I could play on the channel, but I'm just not sure. I might give it a go at some point. Maybe I'll play the first game and then play the second game, but at the moment it's not really something that I'm that interested in, if I'm being honest.
Set in 15th century Bohemia. This action role-playing game picks up the story of Henry, a blacksmith turned hero, as he navigates the chaos of a civil war in medieval Europe.
I think Henry's in the first game.
Realism and historical accuracy, the game lets players interact with the world in many different ways, like engaging in detailed swordplay and managing relationships with NPCs. Your decisions matter too, with player actions having some impact on the storyline and the world around you. One of the exciting new features in the sequel is the introduction of crossbow and early firearms, which should bring in more variety to combat, including mounted crossbow combat. The game world is also...
It's interesting, it's from the first person. I also like the team. I don't know, it could be a game we could give a shot. I don't know, we'll see.
So twice the size as the original now, and it splits between two major regions, the beautiful Bohemian paradise and the economically rich city of Kutna-Hora. Kingdom Come: Deliverance 2 is set to launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows on February 4th. Next on the list...
Okay, so the game is already out. Oh, Elden Ring, Night Rain, yeah, everyone's excited for this game. I think it's not out yet. I don't know. I want to play a Dark Souls game on the channel, but down the line, I'll speak about this as well. Oh yeah, no, me too. I'm definitely excited about this.
Instead of the solo open world RPG experience we're used to, this standalone game...
Like this really, really cool, let's be honest. I'm not sure if it's the same map or not. I don't know. Or if it's a different part or whatever, but anyways.
It's mostly about teaming up with two friends or random players if needed to take on a fast-paced roguelike adventure. Set in a reimagined version of Limgrave, you'll explore familiar but
okay, reimagined of Limgrave, so the first area of the game.
Mixed areas, fight through waves of enemies, and face off against randomized bosses. Each run is split into 3 in-game days, with the difficulty ramping up as night falls and acid rain shrinks the map. The game also introduces a hero-based system.
Oh, he looks cool.
Where you pick from distinct characters, each with unique skills and playstyles. Plus, there's no weight management here, so you're...
Wait, is that the Nameless King? Inside that? What? Excuse me? That's sick. If they're bringing other FromSoft bosses, that's really cool. I've... Bloodborne, maybe? Who knows?
Free to focus on exploring and battling without worrying about gear slowing you down. Elden Ring Night Rain is set to launch in 2025 on PC, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5, Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. While we don't have an exact release date yet, we do know that it will be later this year. After that is another huge title, Monster Hunter Wilds, and it's Capcom's next big entry.
Oh, I think that literally just came out. I think my friends literally like bought it yesterday or something. This might be a game because if I'm playing with my friends, I could buy it and, you know, just play with them. Never been a massive Monster Hunter fan, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm not against just playing with my friends and having fun. So let's check it out, I guess.
To the franchise, building on the success of Monster Hunter World. This time, though, you're shoved into the Forbidden Lands, a wild, monster-packed region where you'll track down a missing expedition while battling some of the fiercest creatures yet. Like always, the loop is about hunting, capturing, or slaying monsters to gather materials for crafting better gear and weapons, all the while basically getting stronger to take on even bigger and badder beasts. All 14 classic weapon types are back, but Wild spices things up with new movesets and a focus mode to make the combat feel a little bit more tactical and smooth. One of the new features Wilds brings to the table is its ecosystem. Monsters don't just sit around and wait for you to fight them, they act like real creatures reacting to time, weather, and even each other. You'll see predators hunting prey.
That's cool. A little bit, you know, make the world a little bit more lively and engaging. That's cool.
Migrations happening in real time and life cycles unfolding as you explore. Multiplayer is more accessible than ever with co-op for up to 4 players or AI-controlled hunters if you're flying solo. Quality of life features fans loved in World are back too, like the revamped Slinger, which can now deal with environmental hazards, and an option to swap out spider-like enemies for something less creepy if that's not your vibe. Dropping on February 28th.
That's interesting. Like, okay. I don't know, that's interesting to me. To swap out enemies, as in, like, I'm not really sure what he means by that for being as well. My brain, like, if like a phobia, if that's the case, I don't know.
8th of this year, Monster Hunter Wilds will hit PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S, marking the first time the series launches on all platforms at once. Up next is Avowed by Obsidian Entertainment, and it's the next big RPG from them set in the world of Pillars of Eternity. In Avowed, you play as an
okay, this is looking cool. Okay.
envoy from the Aedir Empire sent to
I haven't know what this game. I haven't heard anything about this, but looks cool.
Living Lands to figure out what's behind a strange blade called the Dream Scourge. The gameplay mixes first and third-person perspectives with combat that lets you mess around with magic, melee weapons, and even guns. You can switch between setups like dual pistols, dual wands, or a classic sword and shield combo. Plus, there are skill trees to unlock abilities and weapon upgrades to tweak your playstyle even more. You also get to explore the Living Lands, which is full of different biomes like forests, deserts, and caves spread around large open zones. You'll meet NPCs, make choices through dialogue, and have companions join you, each with their own personality and skills. And while there's no romance, the companions are still a big part of the story, which leans into Obsidian.
Rip, no romance. I don't know, I always, if there's games that do have like character interactions there and everything, I understand romance, not everything. I just feel it's a like missed opportunity to just emphasize importance on certain characters. Like, in my opinion, if you have a game like this, and if you're able to romance every single character in some way or capacity, I understand it's very hard to write that, it's a lot of effort, a lot of time, to, you know, all these storylines, but I think a game where you literally can do anything like that would be really cool and really, like, interesting to play, because then every single character you ever encounter, in a sense, could become relevant and important, and then you have like the choice if you're interested in them or not, or you play and don't romance anything. But I think it's cool flexibility to have that. So whenever games have like really in-depth like character dialogues and everything and they lack romance, it's usually not ideal for me. I just do think it's a nice touch, and it's kind of like the cherry on top, if that makes sense, because you can further any relationship with any character and all of a sudden make them a priority, if that makes sense. At least that's what I think.
And signature focus on characters and narrative. Instead of going full Skyrim with a giant open world, Avowed keeps things tighter, giving you more story-driven experience. Avowed drops on February 18th for Windows PC and Xbox Series X and S.
Okay, so it already dropped.
Xbox Game Pass on day 1, so you've got plenty of ways to play this title. Next
I'm recording on the 6th of March, so this already dropped. Okay.
Is the first Berserker Kazan. The first Berserker Kazan is an upcoming hack-and-slash RPG from Neopol and Nexon.
That looks really cool.
Full of decayed landscapes and a heavy, brooding vibe. You step into the shoes of Kazan, a former general wrongfully exiled after being accused of treason.
And it has the anime vibe as well. I love.
Kazan taps into dark powers on his mission for revenge. The game leans heavily into inspiration from the legendary manga Berserk, with brutal combat, a rich story of betrayal, and a deeply immersive atmosphere. The game's fast action-packed gameplay is a huge reason why fans are looking forward to its release, featuring a mix of weapons and skills to master. The deep skill tree system, inspired by Dungeon Fighter Online, allows you to shape Kazan's combat style. While there are hints of Souls-like influences, the real focus here is on delivering a hardcore action RPG experience, setting it apart from other slower-paced tactical games in the genre. The first Berserker Kazan is coming to PC, PlayStation, and Xbox, and is expected to be released on March 27th of this year. Up next is Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert is
that's cool. And if it's inspired Berserk, it could be a game you could see a Let's Play for me. It's coming out on the 27th, so in roughly 21 days. Well, exactly in 21 days. I might play that game. I might set a reminder and pre-order the game. And okay, because I like the style of the game. I liked the whole. You know me. If it's anime or manga or anything related like that, I like it.
This upcoming single-player action RPG from Pearl Abyss, the team behind Black Desert Online. The game takes place in a massive medieval fantasy world where you play as Cliff, a gray mane caught up in political chaos and ancient mysteries.
You say, it might be like a very small thing, but like when your character, like the main character, has a generic name like Cliff, that's lame as hell. Like, it's. I prefer when like at least I don't know. In my eyes, Cliff would be like a very lame name in a sense, especially in the medieval genre in a sense. Like, obviously, if you're, like, in a modern place and having a name like, I don't know, Max or Connor, it's not the end of the world. But especially when it's, like, this type of, not a fan of it. Would prefer a cooler name. Oops, sorry. Cool.
The game world is also full of biomes like snowy mountains, deserts, forests, and rocky
Oh, that's
plateaus,
sick, though.
each with its own culture, lore, and creatures like goblins and trolls. The story dives into a kingdom that's fallen apart, a dead king, and
Okay,
some
that's
mysterious
interesting.
time-bending forces, blending classic
I love
fantasy
time
with
bending,
some
so
futuristic twists. The gameplay sounds just as massive as the story. You'll be able to raid castles, solve puzzles, and explore hidden secrets across an open world. Combat looks intense with flashy moves, weapon strategies, and even things like taking hostages to gain the upper hand. The AI for the NPCs looks impressive too, with how they interact with one another. It makes you feel like the world is actually alive. And it's not just focused on fighting too, you can take on side activities like fishing, crafting, and building up a team of mercenaries to join you in big battles. Crimson Desert is set to launch in late 2025 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Windows, and Mac OS. Next,
that could be a game we can also play, because the when he started like all the extra stuff, that's when I really like caught my attention, because I like that like extra side of the world. The reason I like the Assassin's Creed game, I think it was Brotherhood, one of the Ezio games, where you could build, and I believe you are able to do it in the third game as well, but when you can build your own like army or like selection or like your own group, I really like that. I because it adds extra layer of like, oh, I'm building my own forces in the back. I really like that type of stuff. So apart from the name, Crimson Desert looks really cool to me, at least. Okay.
Next is AI Limit. AI Limit is what some people describe as the spiritual sequel to Code Vein, a popular ARPG where anime meets Souls, which you might have seen before on our channel. This game is a post-apocalyptic sci-fi action RPG set in Havenswell, the last city of mankind. You play as Orisa, a blader with immortality on a mission to uncover the truth behind the collapse of civilization. After the failure of an artificial ecosystem, disasters and the spread of a strange substance called the Mud led to the rise of monsters and the downfall of humanity. Sound familiar?
That's cool, yeah.
I swear it's not the plot of Code Vein. As you explore Havenswell's ruins, from the sewers and slums to floating sky cities, you'll face enemies, uncover hidden truths, and search for a way to rebuild. The game focuses on fast-paced combat and exploration. You'll have access to a variety of weapons, unique abilities, and left-hand transformation system that lets you cast spells for attack or support. There's also the sync rate system, which encourages people to try out combinations of offensive and defensive play.
It looks cool.
Customization is also a big feature with weapons and clothing, which gives you benefits and different styles. AI Limit is set to launch on March 27th, 2025 for PlayStation 5 and Windows. Next on the list is a game described by the CEO of PlayStation, Herman Holst, as the most exciting game of the year. Ghost of Yote is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Sucker Punch Productions.
Only PlayStation, really. But anyways, the previous game, yeah, also something I'd be considering playing when the time comes. I'm not guaranteeing Let's Plays, just saying, guys, but if the time comes, yeah, down to try and play different games, explore the channel, and just kind of enjoy in a sense. So with that being said, that could be a pretty cool thing to do. But I might even play Cold Vein beforehand, if I'm gonna decide that.
It's a standalone sequel to Ghost of Tsushima, and it takes place in Hokkaido, Japan in 1603, and follows Atsu, a female warrior who...
Man, if this is only on PlayStation, I'm already crying.
Shane Rebellion, the story explores a pivotal yet lesser-known period of Japanese history, highlighting the struggles of the Ainu people against the Matsume clan. Players will have more narrative control than in the first game, shaping Atsu's journey as she seeks vengeance against samurai and pirates alike. The game offers a vast open-world design to showcase the beauty and danger of northern Japan. You can expect locations like Mount Yotei and the dense forests of what is now known as Shiretoko National Park. Building on the foundation of Ghost of Tsushima, Ghost of Yotei introduces deeper player choices, expanding combat mechanics, and a focus on cultural authenticity, with the development team getting some inspiration from multiple trips to the region. Ghost of Yotei is set to release exclusively on PlayStation 5 in 2025, with no current release date yet. Up
Shame.
next, The Outer Worlds 2. The Outer Worlds upcoming
I don't know what this
sequel
game
to
is,
Obsidian Entertainment's 2019 action RPG set in a brand new solar system called Arcadia. Players take on the role of an Earth Directorate agent tasked with uncovering the source of mysterious rifts threatening the colony, all while navigating a factional war in a world controlled by megacorporations. With its mix of combat, stealth, and dialogue-driven choices, the game builds on the foundation of the first installment, offering branching story paths shaped by player decisions and interactions. The sequel's trailer promises a lot of things, including expanded gameplay like an improved selection of melee and ranged weapons, better visuals, and a stronger focus on action, while staying true to its signature dialogue tree system, which allows players to roleplay. The game introduces a fresh cast of characters and a completely new setting to explore. The Outer Worlds 2 is set to release in 2025 for PlayStation 5, Windows, and Xbox Series X and S. With its mix of gameplay and Obsidian's reputation for storytelling, it's definitely one of the year's most anticipated titles.
I'm getting like Borderlands / Fallout 4 type of vibes from the game. Interesting. I probably won't play it, but yeah, cool. A cool game.
It is an upcoming first-person shooter and prequel to the 2016 Doom reboot and Doom Eternal. Set in a medieval fantasy world, players take on the role of the Doom Slayer during his time as a weapon for gods and kings. In this unique setting, players will defend kingdoms and battle the forces of hell using an arsenal of brutal new weapons, including a mace, a saw shield, and a skull gun.
Okay, not too kind of, but I am not excited at all for Doom games. It's just not my type of game. So I'm just gonna skip it. Cool that there's another Doom coming out, but if it's, yeah, I'm just scrolling there through the gameplay and it'll just looks like another Doom game in a sense. Nothing wrong with that. Just not the game for me. I don't know, maybe sometime in the future I'll give Doom a shot, maybe I'll change my mind, but not really a fan of it as a genre or as a whole. It's cool, it's really cool, don't get me wrong, and it's badass, but it's just simply not for me. Anyways, this will be it for this video. Out of these games at the moment is AI Limit, Crimson Desert, the first Berserker, Avowed not really, Wilds maybe, I'll speak with the friend group and see what's happening. Elden Ring Night Rain, again, maybe, I'm not sure about that, and Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'm not sure, but I'm happy I watched this. Again, this is a chance for me to explore, I guess, future videos and future video ideas as well, just have a reaction video with you guys, and just talk more about the type of games I like and what I like playing. So, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was your boy DB. I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Take care, peace out, and goodbye.